I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about your test day experience. All right, so you're going to be using Prometric to take your exam and to schedule your exam. The company's not affiliated with any state accountancy boards or anything like that. They simply just are the company that administers the exam. And they administer a bunch of exams. So when you go, there's going to be people taking, other exams other than the CPA exam there. Before you schedule your exam, you have to apply through your state accountancy board to make sure that you meet the requirements to sit for the exam. Each state has different requirements. You need to check with your state accountancy board to see what those are. But you're going to apply to sit for the exam through your state accountancy board. They are going to send you what's called an NTS, or a notice to schedule. All right, it's going to be your personal identifier. It's going to be a set of numbers. And when you go to the Prometric website, it's going to ask for your NTS number and everything, and then it will allow you to schedule your exam. Don't wait for the last minute to schedule your exam. You can schedule it months in advance. But I wouldn't do it any less than a month in advance to make sure that you get the time and the day that you really want. When you get to Prometric, you're going to need to bring 2 forms of ID. Everything that you bring with you is going to get put in a locker. Cell phone's got to be turned off, all that stuff. The exam, could be 4 hours long. Just depends on how quickly you take tests. But I would suggest bringing a snack and something to hydrate with, whether it's Gatorade or just water, whatever you want, because you may want to take a break in the middle of your exam, hydrate, have a piece of fruit, a banana, something like that. You can bring those. They just go in your locker. So you get to Prometric, you sign in, you put all your stuff in your locker, you show them your 2 forms of ID, and they're going to take your picture. Once they do that, they're going to give you some testing material, like a scratch pad, basically like a dry erase pad thing, and headphones. They're going to give you headphones if you want them, to kind of block out any distractions. Some people like them, some people don't. I would suggest, as you're doing some multiple choice tests at home, maybe throw some headphones on, see if you like that or not. So once you check in, right, show them your 2 forms of ID, they take you to your seat to take the exam. You are allowed to take those breaks, but you're going to have to sign out, sign back in, so it takes time, and it will take time away from you taking the exam, right? Taking your breaks doesn't stop the clock, all right? You've got 4 hours total, all right? So on test day, you get there, throw everything in your locker, get your picture taken, show them your ID, have your seat, start knocking out the exam. What I suggest for people, especially if you have test anxiety, do a dry run, right? Drive to the Prometric site before the exam. Go inside. Some Prometric sites will allow you to pay $30 to have like a test run. They'll check you in, they'll sit you in front of the computer. You can even bring up some stuff on the computer, see how the mouse and the keyboard and everything works. So you might want to schedule that a week ahead of time, just so you are familiar with Prometric, right, and the whole process, so that the day of the exam, if you're stressed, you're not stressed because of the newness of it, the unknown. You've had that dry run, you know where you're going, and so you can just focus on taking the exam. The other thing is, make sure you've got gas the night before in your car. Make sure your car's battery's working. Like, take out any of those variables that can make your test day more stressful. All right. So, Prometric, the great company. Make sure you get your NTS before you even try and schedule your exam. Schedule your exam way in advance. Don't wait till last minute. All right. And then the check-in process is very simple. 2 forms of ID. Everything goes in your locker. They take you back. But if you're someone with anxiety, go ahead and try and do the dry run. It's $30, I think. It may have gone up, but the last time I checked it was $30. And drive to the Prometric site, do all those things to take away the variables for yourself. But that's your test day experience in terms of using Prometric. Take away the newness of it, and I know you'll do well.